This is Body TV. Truth and integrity.
Okatakyie Afrifa, na ne kwati ewu, na ne kwati kete, ne money blow Jordan. Na wonye gay ya, me kwati ewu ne kete ne aka we ye nkomo. Ni kwatodwa nim kotwa. Etim didi obiatem.
Alright, Body TV so the mama nyina akaba emfa embraso. Na ebe show first time and now subscribe and now like video no just comment so atumo e dey amai. Ma sha se kra I don't know ja. Okatakyie Afrifa mensa. Why reply Kevin Taylor? Hey, na video bi any picture bi akwata na betum. Yay, ready Yesu Kevin Taylor hu amane. Sa wo say, bo hu abranti bi na Kevin Taylor fire no ni show no so umre finidi o say o ye doctor. And Kevin so a doctor pa ombra bontin fa ne certificate me che no. So Okatakyie say boy and girlfriend any leak information the ma the ex-girlfriend leak information the ma Kevin Taylor na Kevin egun in masu. Won. Inti samo ka fa Okatakyie hu nyina so Okatakyie akogem pa 7 years ni wo wie. Okatakyie baba be cheche ni nyina bo fat fire no ano what temi kasa bebre. Yekuti Okatakyie Afrifa mesa. Ade a waye Kevin Taylor ene Mahama ni NDC. Hey. Odi yekuti.
Soja boga. Otimi mama eni mu. Obama anu otete. Miyaka country. Ona lumba boma no ona na champion basement ohunu we na ya no ni yiri ni mana timi tena se 5 hours na o man so mfra wo na o say ne man o mo sori a o mo hunu ne color ni different so I'm sure in their head they go like one so nie o di nation ya chichire man e man chichire no corruption ye be fight it is enkobi ya boni a wo betena na so be ka boni na nipa na ye no wa kire mrakoro a etia sa boni no no wa call on the state agency no ma ba no mo disa nipa ya sa eyede ne abedru ba bia ya normalize agiatum say in fighting corruption ya de ema ebesi ho ana ho tantan why you say Jim Italian money box and oba why say bema and oba fun no oba kankan. How did we normalize that?
Oh fire.
See a fight here for corruption. Na se me ko Afrifa na maye bibia. And ye dia maye no. Family be so na come asemwe. How did we get to a point here? I just say kofa me maame, kofa me papa, kofa me nua, kofa me ma, kofa me yere, ni abesi wo, ni adinatam, ni akire, ni ayese. How did we get there? As a means of fighting corruption.
Precisely.
How did we get there? See, as a fighting of corruption here, dia. Eyeda ni agia tum se kofi. Obi betimi abetena ho for 4 hours. Kwasia, abua, Jimmy, kwasia, utikankan, moving continuously for 4 hours. And we've normalized it. And nobody sees anything wrong with it. All in the name of politics.
Exactly so.
Obi see a chichiro my dear. Then we must check all these things. I don't have a problem with anybody. Or so all fighting my mind. That's all fighting my mind. Make Okatakyie Megina here. My bedi o mind is sikabi. Me do o mind position bi. That then na obit me tina say. No say me fighting my mind. But Okatakyie ne ma kwa attack. Me mpodie. Aka me the chance. I open di matama ade enche. Ade eche na na yere. Ade eche ni kuromfo. Ne papa. But you know why? Or your political mercenary.
Precisely so.
Tenio. Or your political mercenary.
Precisely so.
It's the entire of Fauci wa. Obako Fau Mame, Befau Papa, Befau Nuya, or Yere, or Ma. It's because when him said you walk and found on Yanokure. They won't so did you a winning term to Mobamwa. Oh, Mamma, and Bacachero said you are person with Jani Jai. And what we are, yes, I deal we are for so long, and we've accepted this and on the norm. We are branching be a sword in a besi was say. A branch any gold fraud. One and FB. and I kwani your froster na kwani your froster and so when you documents ba kokura e kire se when na branch ne de no eko bu obi eti ye de koma Ghana police monche no besi ne nanim he keeps up with a story it was shasia oh your froster I would make sure we deal with you the next day no aba na ne maame or ne maame na support no or your froster or ne when him dey joy sir a branch and ex-girlfriend. A minim sa ex-girlfriend.
More fire.
And one girl ne jai. No one girl ne jai no. Ne ya wunti. No one na koma Kevin tell us one yan de woye no.
More fire. More fire. More fire.
Nanim. Woye akola wona adwene mu nti no.
Sir.
Wonim de ntro be attack me. Afeni me hunu de ntro be attack me.
More fire.
The same girl here ya kan asem. No ya me ex-girlfriend.
More fire. More fire.
And the girl in the born the pass come after him. And he came after me.
More fire.
Not because he thought I've done anything wrong.
No.
A branch of next way. So I see a branch any froster. A giant fraud on why. So the documents are quite some fee. Not say you fake here. Everyone says some fee because you ain't me no one yajuma. And our power didn't be my aura. And yes, sir. Again, I mammy ayo. Again, an in ayo. Ne papa yo. Ne swayo. And we've accepted this madness. Say you're part of fighting corruption. To the name army bebem. Or the India bebem. Say be your more tietty woman no ma frese. A branch here. Sir, at the end. And a branch any the bibia by a friend go soup. It's what they come as 7 fee. Nesika beba ho. Na girl ya ye kana asem. Wo na wo girl na kasa when you clean.
More fire.
When you clean.
More fire.
E di girl ni himself branch be na me ni na idea. And the yemfa ne nkoma akwa we. No go after him. E dia wo ya no.
More fire.
And that is in the modus operandi.
More fire.
And the nyina accept it.
Pound for pound.
What you say? How did we accept this? A branch wait to me ba. No the mercy ho. And I give to a worry. What is a bema? Say give to a warrior we are or mine sika. Make Afrifa metie. O suro class or beba me many museum could defend no.
More fire. More fire.
If you give to or worry dear no. Dear waka. Fabra.
Sir.
And you don't give to others Sabema, NSS Yenu Bema, and you are sitting down because what from Mausunti, or just say you're normal, when you're normal, and you're quasiade.
More fire. More fire.
Na ya brefo no Sabema, no I say Italian money box, not this, and we've accepted this foolishness. Say you're fighting corruption. How did it become fighting corruption? This foolishness. Is that how corruption is fought? And you had to go
Pound for pound.
Na obi na bebo pa ababa we na no yeso wo kam se me no me ne yi nadamfo bia oye janiu wo wadamfo ne janiu na me na me ne obi nante a me nkana kira sem wo wadamfo no so janiu what is say wa usu no ban say wa no dia branch ya koma no no wo huru obi ba wo
Exactly.
branch ni nya hwe o why bibi dia ofa ne koma police ofa ne nko
More fire.
na gofi ode ba me so entron ko ase tam motimetna ho ma sabi kwasiampani boy we ah woni certificate bi apart from marriage certificate
Exactly.
ebe ka kire mo se me kwa Afrifa me ni degree nanim wono ba odika accuse on fa hwemo no akolo se senya no kora bra be prove se na akolo mu a ye fra bibi actually incubate probation say he who alleges must prove he who accused must prove it can be who ye ka je ni certificate no na ka de media ba kire se me ni bi na mo wo twa ntro ni wi a no aka kire wo se come and prove say wo certificate are you a fool me be page ma wo ho na be pede I never knew accepting nonsense with.
Tear him apart.
I was Abraham Kofi. Me was first degree in public administration. Me was second degree in masters in international relations as masters. I made your law. I was Gempa. A branch away to me that amount for say. Martina Gempa for 7 years. Meant me we. No more jedi. I'm more normal. A branch away because me repi agona mind him. I was Abraham one for police report back Okurama. Mujidi because of Unkwasiase Munti.
Precisely so.
Because he's been sent to come after me. So he does these things. Or they call Yereswa. Or they call Weswa. Or they call Weswa. Not just a woman in Anna catcher saying ye and Kasa Yedin. Are you a fool? Is that how we build a nation? The modus operandi new. And people can see through it. Se yesi ya chechere man na se ye beye we dia we ni ye de chechere man ani accept ya de we sa branch wetin be kan na me ton sa ase man krofo na me say wanti me for police report ba ku say ama say per this police report okoton asase man nipa we ama ye che no eti say wanti me for bia ma ba wo gidi mu ye normal. How did you accept this thing as the law? Obi no ana kwa Afrifa na ne kwati ewu na ne kwati ketekete ne mo ni blow Jordan na wonye gay ya me kwati ewu ne ketekete ne aka waye nkomo
more fire
ne atimi atena ma branch ahwe ne na ikoto we picture wo twa ni 2 weeks hwe ni koto dwanim waye wo hwe ni koto hwe ni koto dwanim kotwa etimi didi obiatem Kofi well what 20 ho na branch yi ana me short ya ye wo dem he Kofi me nsuro menka me short say na pon na e bia we pen watch na e amanfo na dwene wo dwene wo ahontia se onim se said your tears na describe nipa and na no otwa ne full picture by na ehu yi
fane na ne to so
man gina ho no ne
on fane na ne samra
asa bebe more fire
atia ben ya ne sa
more fire fane na se bra
Kofi
ne na se
na oye otimi ye memasem ani ya to abawie me wonim se Kofi abrante we na first day ya meko eye your friend say angel the very first day am kodu ho no anopa ano ma bailiff e dey rep court summons bi ba ye say makoka bibia tia ne papa it will mess me wonim se funny enough 2 years ni omo ama court da and no starting in kwase asem ya and was akose any case in yes and start bi and the people believe nonsense.
More fire.
How did we get here? See ebema kwa mu obi di nkrofo yerenom nkrofo ma nkrofo abusuafo where you fighting corruption. How did this become fighting corruption?
More fire.
Nti my yes so no ma say so
the bitter
na me hunu yi ya to abawi na se wo se wo di aban aba no problem. Hey, moko we mkobo no. Moko chi no. Moko hye we. Anso me ka se no ono ankasa te abuchiri. Oye coward.
exactly
No onye coward a. Sa branch we.
fire
Oba ye first day oba Ghana. Otena United Airlines. Omo ya na obi liki ma me se unua ne na Washington oba. Na me say okay no problem. Now let me tell him, Obabedu ye gate 15 or more than 5. Let me aware. Now just so you know that even people around you don't like what you are doing. Baby, I know namubia. Na me aware. Me the car numbers go Facebook and I make sure. Or decide so beko aye or na me aware. Or decide so beko. Nanim. On any paper di boni bi wa aye or do oba aye. Na mashada na menka ho asem. And crime has no expiring date.
fire
No statute of limitation on crime. Oh no, Papa. When government changes, you pay for it. Wabedi boni biu. Obaye ya wadi. Omadi boni bu ayo. And I'm aware.
More fire.
Now obaye ya branch say. Say me num obe take something precious away from me. Na me hunu say nkrofo decode say. Eye obeye juju ni ade nya juju. So actually, the conversation across for national security ni say. Say me ma catch national security coordinator say oye jo mama boy dia. They will come after me. Now one of the things they will do, the grace of my voice in a unique here they will make sure they hurt my voice. It is idea no yeah. Obenumunsu obafra yire say obenumunsu. But it means they will infect my throat with something just so I can't talk. The way Jiminti, Oka Samuchire no, Oba can said on the bay. It was a plan of the national security. So against me. National security, me no cash, Oma kwa jeme call records. I omu tracking crofo, me no omu din komo every day. Trace woman. Me away.
More fire.
After omu wie ya, omu se me car mitwi no, ombeje car no because my work national security coordinator ye boy. Ora Osman, woni akoma ntimi nya national security. Wotimi for national security nso huru obi akurima. There are more pressing issues on national security. That borders on national security. Wotimi for me nya yastic. Pa mu nkume. Nya masem. Car no ekura me no. Me nwia car. Se me wia car. Mo fa nko court. Na court meje. Nyo obi aka ye meko Afrifa me car. Ana nya aban na de car ma me. Enti se mo se mo otumi a. na se moya saa de we se mo be yusu force a menka hwe na mom se de tumi no ani podua no anka na ntwe ne to no Akufo do ATS abetwam. I can bet you honestly one government change obi obeya saa de ne bia me I'll come after you.
Precisely so.
Yes mo kume some se mo nyan kwase ade ne jimi da bia mbeya pound for pound.
More fire.
Sadi Akufo do ba ye nneoma mo se mo be reset mo ba de mo ye worse
Exactly.
obi anwere na obi awu.
More fire.
Afa branchie se wabagana na me no a aka me bae no meye ye friend say press conference where airport na ma to sign Okatakyie Afrifa in town.
More fire.
Ashe shoe red any khaki any check kurasini wey abranchie we
Ompomwe.
obi
No.
Ompomwe no wa we a obae yi
More fire.
first no na wo betrasia aya hwe ne Lacos ba ko bi blue bi wonsesa no anu atwetwe pa obi wotasha pa emso okoko cinema ne nta de wi a oye ya ne nsa hu ahuro wonso sori ya na wa betena ho na oba ye ya ye pesi kama no on say wo hyehyɛ lane shirt ana wato go chin keto bi ato ne botne ko no wa supaku go chin wey
More fire.
Wagakupali.
More fire.
Oba na jomama nenemu. But you are a fugitive of the law. Wo Kevin
More fire.
Precisely.
Nana adwene ye ne se obetimi atena America. No wadi nsemone. But ye were electronic ahwan act ye diaba. And ye were criminal and other offences act 1960. Act 29. Na ukọ constitution ni mu a. Article 1921 and there can be said when we say criminal offense it shall be the criminal offense of Ghana which the court will have jurisdiction over it and for that matter which is outside the territorial integrity of this nation the court will not have ordinarily a jurisdiction over it. But you know something, there is a principle in law called the initiatory jurisdiction of a crime and the terminatory jurisdiction of a crime. We make one because I'm lecturing you.
Learn here.
It is a way idea or baby. Na say you feel the impact of sadia no so baby. Although one yes sadia no but because crime no happen no the court can sit on it. Me no can say oni esankuma o twantro to esankuma so with that fact na ka wo so wo no fight for mine na so aka no kradia ke fra court nyamrika na ade ba
Sapepepe onini.
fatu so esankuma led by Tadio Sorry yes speaker lawyer nims wo di nkwasesemuti odi esankuma chi na koye omo koye na ye ma full judgment fade ndra ye 2.9 million and ye award against Kevin Taylor.
More fire.
Adeba no
Fire.
Adeba ya accept this and your way. Adeba no
Fire.
and this must say ye chichiro o maya e ma ye didi o matem na kwasia aboa na kwasia adeba no e dey say mu hu say wo de obi amaame e ba besi ho a oboa nipa ne nya hwe ya bo ne pa ababa wa bi ne kobo ne pa so omra after me wonim say mrantie ye ba e ye angel so mba hwe me no sa kwa na ye on e bo mo pa afi oba ya wo tete what is it? The NTR know what it is a warrant done so. Now the government doesn't want to be seen to be the one aiding him in evading the warrant. You are a fugitive of the law. You are a criminal. Now you see, Kevin, my man can't say Kevin is a court warrant done so. Active court warrant done so. Kebedu. Amabedu. Yama Taylor. Ama Taylor, I make us some inchiro. You mo be a young for. We just don't talk. Na we are bofra, we on your massa bofra. Abrante, a drew baby, Suya dia kakra, Enra, Minyan and Tiaso di JB Dankwa by. Now watch who is JB Dankwa? That is the kind of conversation we should be having. Devoid of kwasia, abua, Jimmy. Intellectual analysis and discourse to build a nation is what we are looking for.
More fire.
Around here, you have to learn. So what's your idea? Kwasia abua no ebe reduce.
Exactly. So,
because when there are things to see, my children know to tin. Maybe my children know to you my children be my children tin. Yama o hobe bresa meka. Ada kwenya ta maka kwasia ne abo.
Nabi, time. Time ni ho.
What I say?
Ebre ni ho.
Wo ba ya ye odo, wo ye ni ade mene ne to wa na okosse san aka, okotena bi fufu. Obi?
Oh yeah.
Omo yan kan kore. She are building nation dia. We cannot accept this. And you're part of nation building.
More fire.
You did go for my minimum matem. Eddie Bessie wo. You're part of it. We cannot.
No.
Mr. Remo. So we be so fight it. Kwakutela. Amatela. So we fight ya microphone dia. Na se manfo no a. For documents bra. Say nipa we ABC. Apart from the okwa editia, ye fra court to abedwane say dey say akoma dey odwane ye ya. Na what ya brochire ni nti. Why do you also we ya entimi affected? No what or threaten make Afrifa. You will take something precious away from me. Me say me nimboni a no papa di no aye odo. Oba ye ya. Ashada na men kan wasem. Now when you try that nonsense with me, you will regret.
Powerful. More fire.
And yakasa o. We respect the law, but makachero yakasa o. Yakasa.
More fire.
Don't do that. What?
More fire.
So please, with the greatest of respect to you, in fact, I want to even give you the respect you don't deserve. Meanwhile, na me mo abrantie din ba bia wo wiase dem. Me fa ne nyare. Afa me da sorry anopabia. Say me yes gay di makoma nti. No so me mu na ken na and the same girl na this abrantie we. Ayi anafi. Akoma no.
Waton.
Na wo sa girl no de. Be careful. Minim say sabre wo hwe me. Be careful.
More fire.
I'm tell you, we don't do this. Yeah, build your mind. We don't do this. Some mercenary job, political mercenary job. We don't do that.
More fire.
Yes, small one. And the people believe it. Because now, clearly you could not tell. Na kente sadia kebe ma kotodwe etimi didi ketechi atem e wa bra ma nantu asi fom ketechi ye awurade nyame enra was yes koti kete na aye govunim ma me bi na branche bi koye na ja okofa no na oye na sese wo mbo agro wi na ma me ye no se branche na so anga se o guitar ni swasa no se na so mo anga se be perform me hospital stadium kam di guitar kese e ba etia bia ni pa no be ka kire wo no na enye me na me guitar ni swa na sports stadium na ne perform na mo pese o hunu se so ya yi ni ayi a Melissa Taylor o yire no 2 minutes so e ba nche bi wa aniama keleki ka se yenkola okrumu you cannot bully us abrante stop it suade do intellectual analysis tenacity your notes speak to them. Only be abetimi afre obi lawyer be afre no ayi international relations person be say metimi a resource person metchire wo what I say but this question na boaten man for na dwene wu
Mr. Y ni Mr. Kill.
I say good.
Mr. Y no
Kill.
So gentlemen, you don't deserve to be called a gentleman, but I want to give you that respect. Listen to me. You should stop crying like a baby.
Exactly.
You came to war with knife, and we met you with machine gun.
More fire.
But this time, let me tell you something. So we nimwa. First a year encounter me nu wunya ye no. Me nya ho information. It was more than 3 months. And I mean can once. You know why? So no obi oye kwase mpo. Wa plan ade eda ho. E dili. Any do onim nyansa no on plan ya suru kwase na wa plan no what? Na say obi beka so onim nyansa on plan meet me information and I still have you information. But I'm looking for the right time to deal with you. And it's our banter back and forth. Me interested. I wish you could meet me one and one. Then you look in my face. Then you say the things you say. So you can't say it, bro. When you meet me, you can't say it. We have a who's I will take something precious away from you. I will take something away from you. You take something away from me. What me about one meet and greet? Ejane. Why do I selfie? Selfie. Don't do that, okay? you must grow. You must become better. A better version of you. Why you kwasi ade no ache. Na sa kwade kasabi. Also what Jimmy kakra focus. What is it this for abai? Ade na gu. Oh yes, who's you good? You also didn't who you got a Jena when you got away. Mama of worship next time, Baba. Don't do work as she. Eti ohene mesrewa jani ma na wo ye ni bi why na we yakwasia aboa jimi kwasia sante hene ayi asante fo nyina otimi di nta and anu yeso say ayi mkrofo mo sponsor me eni patre ba ko ye ndisi ni na said o see denigrate o sika ba ko ye ndisi no ye tani just look at that and still the people otimi di enkranfo so no twa madapa otimi still the people and you see the question of people don't even understand it. There is something called Stolkholm syndrome. When people fall in love with their abuser and the oppressor, Stolkholm syndrome, that is exactly how the people are feeling when it comes to this guy. But don't bring that nonsense on me. I am above it. If you want war, let it be between me and you. Face to face. Don't go and hide behind social media and say nonsense. Yeah, Kaba Yosi Katache, me yes, what they are caught in the page. Say, Katache, you see, you nearly lost your breath. Because there's one of them, no home. And then go for any when this guy meets me one-on-one, he will shit in his pants.
Precisely so.
I mean, him to say Jata, me come sing, especially me before. Now who's a man in the Dania? It said Jata, you are dead. I am good you. I mean, who's a girl for when catch and say you don't know the guy you are messing with. Now, our ban or buy or then somebody wa wokano. But our ban who I am. And bad boy on the street, knowledge and everything. I am above you. Now, Yamen Adrum ye, where ye free street. And what the Abani ye and Yomasi, watch it. And mommy fine boys something other who la. Kobisa Armstrong Omega Chiro. Taifa, Kobisano. Eh? Kobisa bone, Omega Chiro, Bosi, Mokokacho, Bisa Omega Chiro. Don't do that. You are my brother, don't do that. Stop being a fool. You have to learn some common sense. It is not all the time that you sit down and this concept of Kwasia, Boy, Jimmy, what's that? The next time you do that, when I catch you, I will tear you, okay? Try to my Jimmy. Oh, yeah, didn't go for me. I've heard you. Ushu say, there's a movie in the shot as so. Bob Brown, you shall red shoe, Bob Blackbird, Eshakaki. Just one called Melissa Brown, I'm a one Daniel, poor baby.
Oh, can I give you one?
Muntu Muniana. Why, Mr. Renoir?
More fire.
Me, I don't have a skin. Nagas, I have a tough skin. I don't have a tough skin. I don't have a skin at all. Did you and touch me? Eh? Oh, yeah, the mamma won't take him. The jam won't take him and say, I wish you were in front of me. I'm a toucher. Hi.
Yes.
The army, I dare have me aye. The warrior now tears so young. That is what worries me. Me want to me, Yeramiana be me.
Oh, he wants to beat me at tonight. Wow.
Baby, closing remarks, the uncle. Most you could do say 13,000.
30 points.
And it's Mato. Mato be. I'm a mangrove one into my way. Amatilla. Yanka Samna Udino. You can be a fine gentleman when we modu kakra. Kosku kakra. Kosku. Kosku, what? Shenyansa. What? Sante hene no na wo nipa fun se e ho de enti amen kan ka de chias won bi junior men ga se so kura no nyasa wo kan wo me ho asem a sa na no de mbesi wo na speaker am frame na ho anwan wanu so wo twa mada pass 2 weeks
you timi ya no
the speaker no woni nyasa che speaker no na me maka asem a kire speaker wo na wo ko free speaker so o na me frame
achirim all na be chirim se
pass wo mu so achirim
him ti na ba o mo anfiu no enfita
Amatela, be a man.
More fire.
Learn. We have all been where you are before. We've made the mistakes that you are making before.
Precisely so.
But when you grow up At some point, you must respect women. You cannot be putting women down, insulting them. Ewa bra wo yere omro sa man so. Ebia me franka wo yere no point no bro sa man so. Don't do that. And go chantron to nkrofo so. And go didi omo maame no papa no matem. Or in the name of wanting a political mercenary job. Don't do that. Okay? When you have documents, bring the documents. Speak to it. Call on the state agencies to deal with it. Then that's why we will see that you are doing a job. Don't be bringing their mothers and babies and akwa wait me jina ka say first was me kwoti ewu ade achi oba so wa wo se nkramai ade achi which one is which me kwoti na ewu amenti me nwa na ma wo se nkramai. You are being a fool. Stop, these things are trivial. Paul said Timothy, me de bi amrefi. Bible no. Ba ko bi ko kan say me ya abofra no. Me ye me nioma se abofra. Na me nyini ye no. Afa me ye me nioma se pani. Obi ade ye me de ne se enkamfo ani nyina no. They say Ghana for say Okatakyie waben Okatakyie ukanya sesem Okatakyie. Meaning say in the course of my journey as a media person, some of the things I did not get them right. That is what makes me human being. Very fallible.
Exactly.
But I cannot continue to be doing the same thing over and over and expect different results. And for that matter, there is a new change. Be biaba from resetting, Papa.
For the rebels. And the year resetting. More fire.
Okay. Go into the Abasha, a cutting razor. Modibaba, near Dinkomo. Ye wienswa ye bedin komo. Some of the issues are yet to my more ye trivializing no. Obi ye nye serious nation. Na eni ye behwe nkomo bi say ye wo a certain president na oko official duty na ne brother yes so called brother wo sikanti ne brother na air driving no family and friends repackage the optics. I keep on advising politicians, but they won't listen. So the optics, say commander-in-chief of the republic, not only yet the asset of the nation, not all co baby, not the brother they're driving on, and soon Crawford, and we won't look at it from the lens of politics, but the nationalistic view towards a Nyomasa. Why? You heard it? You John Dramani Mama Bay. Say Marantene Maba one, cocaine, and money, drugsy, red, you know. Yeah,
they say they are not doing. I tell you,
you and you.
Oh,
there be. You the chancha, you have a bonamania.
Yes, I bet.
Such chancha, no, you can't. Ashikili. Ye wiensu akofi ye behwe say a general next one ye JJ Rollins nsem no kofi se eguso ni yesi ya be democracy in a democratic dispensation na si eguso a celebrate a June 4th revolution dia se mo celebrate June 4th and ye be ma mranche na June 4th ni dia si ye if says ye nyina ya dia tum si ye koyechi ni apepa ho na afa ya to aso as a nation ye ntimi mankrofo capitalize on nioma bi no more white washing eti urban sumani babin so o probi de ben ya ka chance say probi no fa so bi ani so se meme ne no and can make use of this opportunity to call for national unity, reconcile the nation towards a proper course. But the person of white washing the party ni history nti or see JB down kwa traitor e normal na so JJ Rollins ye medra de enkonko hwem and ye besa kire enya me na maker kufo ba ye wo institute national reconciliation committee and the except of the committee report no wa ha ye behwe
more fire.
When him say JJ Rollins ba you could and your man were in 1980s you set up special investigative board so we investigating a JJ Rollins in the killings the report of the special investigative board no and your man wo kan ye ni bi e wa ha and no say you be so special investigative board no a report no and e wa ha and your man we are fact and figures you be hwe ni nyina I we no e be 60 something page you we are wa open no send no number you be before the amount. When you say Wenty, almost Ghana publishing, such special investigative body, almost Ghana publishing, they didn't want this report to go out. And yes, and I have a copy of it, a full copy of it. It's you be the Hong Kong. You we are share a year Captain Adebuga. I want to JJ Rollins ye cool no. Na wo ho. No boy JJ ye cool no. E kum nipa ma JJ. Ono anu mu asem. A wo kan ye. Ye wie ni nyina no a. Ale di juwade na to no. JJ Rollins wo kum obi. Wo kum nipa. Na wo ba kura no ne ye secretary. Ni secretary wo ye castle ho no. Wo ba ne die no ohunu ye. Mo dwane ye omokotoa no ne papa fi. Ne nyina ye beka. Why? Captain and Krabby father. If obi wo krom ha wonim jeja obi anim na nche no. Is one in the kwa achimota. Ofru one in ko military. One and someone wa kan fa jeje hu nyina ye beka. Why? Ya be maga mafo ne ho. Me the files so. Me kire ni nyina. Ni ye wie ni nyina akofi. Na afi ya hwese. So mo si ye nyina ye fantu ye chi a. Ye fantu ye chi. Na mom so obi try so be white wash the party history. Na koye say June 4th revolution ni akoso dabi. Dabi. Ye wie so a. Afi the last topic a manfo ne bebre no apeti. Wombete. Kofi ye chi o man mu. Ye si a chichire man. At no point should we accept certain behaviors. At no point should we accept a body shaming of women. At no point should we accept abusing of people's families. Or in the name of say yes, fighting for nation. And you better digest it. Yes, a branch be Amatela. I would hear the year. And you may be a wine over the years. Na man for new ye baby near my mouth for new. And I'm saying yes, civilize this thing. We will try as much as possible not to use vituperative words like he does, but we will still speak sense to his hearing. You be Kenyans out to it. Say we show, say me show, and you know here. If say you are kola na gbina so champani, and you open here wusha. It is when you near, when you yo, ukasa, wadwene, and a chere, and you fear wadi. And then you change your buy your mama more, a masikadia tatu kumo, and shall lay shirt in a chere. And you bet you nyina why more fire nyina more fire inshiran kan rade more fire okọ Ghana records nso a ghanarecords.com ya nneoma ne bi go mo konko kan bi stories ni nyina bi more fire mo konko kan bi more fire general enko for frame na kadachie ya beda support show no ya beda support show menim the person wo ye the support show kwan ya wo person wo the support no get access maybe I'm not on a mass yisana mame musika na da bia hu hia me. That is not my aim. My aim is to get my message across, and that's exactly what I'm doing. And now your World Women's Day. Gobi eti mbie nuano mo ma ya ma menom ayetimi dem batina ho ni yeka alata box ni yeka obabema Italian money box. We celebrate you. Mama Joyce Ayi. They celebrate you. And Ma Kukudam. We kura ye ken and akuna duajima Rollins. They celebrate you. Tell me what I say. First Lady Lodina Mahama. They celebrate you. Former First Lady. Mrs. Akufuado. They celebrate you. Former Second Lady. Samira Baumia. They celebrate you. Vice President, Yamame, Jena Noku, you celebrate you. World Women's Day, Obia, indiscriminatory, indiscriminatory. Why? It's Munina. Obi, MPP former MPP former NDC François gas no mu film in Munina, mo mu film in the mbetimi atwen. Obi, a gas phone da me papa. We are broaching for man so na mitrim yam de na wam so wo mo anso nyam kire on betwuma da pa o ye mahuna manne wo se de na no ate se no de ekoso no ade ya sadai ade na adai na me tete be frefre me na me na sadia na asi highway bay kanda highway no am say ayde no am say there be kanda na so kra so what do no am say there it's one school na wa nko bi trotro no ano na wonim highway na kanda highway say wana na fe dem ko ti am say there be kanda de no e de ya no afidi nten tan so supersonic highway na dia na ekoso no am say dia na asi wo ho no am say bibia asi ani a train General, for cutting razor bra.
Oh, hey, and then the kitty razor. Hey,
Ediani,
we are Taniata.
I na a frag will be trouble Carlos. Trouble Carlos or sound your ear. Who be you?
Where are you?
Ataniata, Kenka, Tafu Mojaduro, Aya, the Aya, at the DNC,
I saw him. Independence Day. Nija, yes, so a TV over here. Ataniata,
Ataniata.
Always, I want to know more show. Fugupa. I saw same.
I was in the same. Okay, so the two favorite people of mine. We Ura Julius Debra. Despite the fact that he is still a favorite person of mine. Adeba ko ya many G we are sepa. Let me say me ware no te ho. A buo out the moment. Even whatever has happened, it should happen a little bit. Nemo mono a general so another film papa of mine.
The feeling brother.
Now Angrophonic Casse. Say the race okopano yakwa wi Americano yetu wi na nkunim abotre na bobo omo no na eda no mienu nyina sha de koro na we obekom no na obo spiritual father yiri baba go to was the purpose ti she we na be kire say obedi president we so na be kire etu wi ya o kire ni pan say wo hye wo de achi ane collect na general so chi ane de call right no mo de kwatena ho na me former boss minim ne kakra it minim ne body language kakra onye comfortable with bibia minim ai
no amount
na man for na ka onye comfortable say we pe president edi sa no mo kan do me market aboso kan nyina anom so we so pe bia di oh na yi katim reserve fabra ne nchire mo fabra yi nchire Daniel we NDC di onhwe no yi enti me former boss no mo yes woni sedu nketia ese kura ba ne se frugu ombesha no mo compete enti yi ba ko na mi ba ko sa Ataniata ebeye di 2024
timpe no mu di disi
ebeye brutal Fanta brutal Bobby General eti Ataniata la ania ba wo de wonyo manfo na ka manfo is mo hadwi yo any our first topic no aye ko ne de ya mo se ya de Ibrahim Mahama okay yen hwe video bi your friend say Daniel ene obeya adwuma bi ama ya quick mesere modaroma hwa na mo amanke kama adwa nkyere mo na Danny
I'm TV job mo de na so mo hwe ha
on behwe ni nyina so go bi on a more serious note we Ibrahim Mahama Daniel ko wachi kakra na yenhwe gina ha dabi gina ha babia the seal of the president ebo e wo ka ne ho so Ibrahim Mahama nie ana president of the republic John Dramani Mahama oko official duty to babia flood nesi wo eye voter region first year gina ho na surprisingly obi president ni see no Ibrahim Mahama Anana air driving the presidential car. That is a beautiful question. And you see, Ghana for you have been any more hard. So we discuss issues on political lines. So it's not even no more about the safety of the president. It is no more about the president being a national asset, and for that matter, your brother cannot be doing these things. So
exactly so.
When you are president of the Republic of America, Federal Republic of America. One kasa kwa man drive or personal kwa man drive. And then Ibrahim Mahama and they're driving the president of the republic in an official car. Now question you busa say Ibrahim Mahama or can a official protection guide or protection force of the president ana accident on count. Yebusa question say Ibrahim Mahama or can national security detail of the president ana assistance no bian kan kire say Ibrahim Mahama a part of the presidential guide or presidential force obian kan kire say Ibrahim Mahama a part of national security detail of the president obian kan kire say Ibrahim Mahama you can the chauffeur the national chauffeur because you are driving president no or you well trained chauffeur you can chauffeur president or driver no. And they say Ibrahim Mama, and you see chauffeurs, you know, you were more than 1, 2, 3 for the president. So at every given point, there is a chauffeur of the nation that is supposed to drive the president of the republic.
Exactly.
And you didn't see. I didn't see. The president of the Republic of Ghana. The brother and a driver no. And way me was a comment in the and a very humble brother, very humble rich man. Oh my baby. Say Ibrahim Mama president a ko baby. No person would do a year convoy next year. And no right. In any other civilized jurisdiction, we don't do that. By normalizing no. It is what so the convoy next year. Fire bet me but sir, to drive the president of the republic in a presidential car and the people don't see anything wrong with it. Precisely. So president you move here, the security detail, even convoy, you know, every car that is supposed to be in the convoy, national security is supposed to have a detail of it. It is all quiet. There is the motorcade of the president. Our president in the motorcade, no, a bit but say arrowhead. Omuya miansana omu dianimu. Omuya advanced motorcade. I didn't see. Show run. Show no one for run. No crime. I need to know which voice. I go be. Saturday diano. GBC diano. Go be. It's motorcade ni bedi kaba. Now if you are not advanced a party riders in Swaba, president party riders, and sana state protocol, either say 1 or 2 cars aba, and sana the president's secretary aba. Now if you are the police or the military, the arrangement of a civilized societies, because president Movia, a threat is behind the back. Precisely so. It's your funny security in Niagara. It's before so people caught in a president came, so on no driving. The person must be a well-trained chauffeur of the state. I would me dictate even security threat to be bad. Would me dictate. How did we get here? Say Ibrahim Mama no your brother, young country, you say, or no the chauffeur of the president, or no the president and came more drive. Yana president per se Ibrahim Mama joining one came one. No problem. President in bet me at Tinechiri. Now Ibrahim Mama joining Wechiri. Now president in Eddie Camp at the front. At every given point, the Eddie Camp must be in front. Osha, one of the Eddie Camp no Ibrahim Ibrahim see no see. How did we get here? And we complain about friends and family. Your mama saw reset it. When you reset no, the optics. When you reset no. And it is not about Ibrahim Mama woni sika na woni sika. It is not about Ibrahim Mama humble and now humble. It is about the right practices of a civilized societies. Precisely so. Call. And then you do her. Obakai president for accident to nyai. Ya normalizing you maybe. When you say president na kure kwa. Ne ka na si oni bo animu. Ye wo mienu. Ba ko ya decoy. And a president say be ya in case somebody wants to even attack. And also mo ko dru baby. Na say president you know ka na say na bibia. Ye wo anya another one looking like the president own which he will sit in. Exactly. Until we take all these precautions to safeguard the president. More often than not, President Sebano, instead don't forget, the president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Precisely. To be a commander-in-chief of the armed forces, it's not a joke. For your brother to be driving you, it is not a joke. Precisely. You are reducing the bar. You are bringing the bar very low. Commander-in-chief of the armed forces. And today your brother is the one that drives you on official duty. And then and nobody sees anything wrong with it. President go 4 times. One or say be or money accident to a year your pay be because now you normalize say president ekwa yet me man crofo di achiri. Ordinarily sa party boys no omkrekra omka na omdi achiri. It's not even right. Kofi, do you know that even the president in Memuvia, I have a presidential convoys across the world. Almost even red car, almost a white car, almost a green car. No lighted car near money won't because of security reasons. Precisely so. And then they reduce the bar so low, say President Mahama and me and the driver no. When he's going on official duty. as what? The aide de camp as what? Yabeka chere. Say Ibrahim Mahama na no ye the chauffeur of the president ana. Ati ebe no. Eti me ya to anu. Eti maban masesa niam na maban masesa. To yi nim to sa we nim. Obi. Maban masesa niam na we research ni ni. Adi ebe no. Adi an ye ntantantan sa. Obi. Under no circumstance should the president be allowed. And I know neba. I will Kenya and official and they and the Ghanaian people don't see anything wrong with it because you see Ibrahim Mahama Wiska. It is not about Wiska now Wiska. But any serious jurisdiction, we don't do this. You can't do it.
Exactly.
Even Wankasa, President of America, my own driving. Even when you are done with your service, you will not be allowed to drive.
Exactly. So,
for security reasons.
Asset to the nation.
Asset to the nation. Now by President of the Republic. That is how come the moment you better be security yes sano na national security take over. A good yes concept we trivialize issues in this country for nothing. So you're right. And you're right too. And you're right. We should not normalize it.
Exactly.
And you're right anywhere. Nowhere. President go 4 times. How you may normalizing a money accident or pebia. Because I was a guy. Because he felt entitled to say President convoy kwa. That is how come a president convoy or this be the President because when you do that and you train securities of the president they think it's a threat. But Nigeria can't come shoot to the kuno. What I say? Say Ibrahim, your president, brother. It is one in Amamem with him. Who is he to me and
the president,
the family and friends in Yebini. The president, even it's a president, a year on one private function. He cannot be allowed. Mr. President, this is your wish, but we cannot allow you. Precisely. That is how serious nations they do.
Exactly.
But yeah, the idea. You didn't know about your good year. You better like the shirt, your channel, or you're humble. No, driving a brother. You didn't know. How did we get here? You're normalizing your matan time. It's you're not going to be a couldn't driving a muya. Tikamba yoki. They can't say in politics. Optics is as important. Perception is as important as the reality.
Precisely.
You know, in politics, it is not just about the reality. So President say Ibrahim Mahama ben na momemu. Oh, no two ways about it. We know. Obabo yenim so ben na momemu. Yenim ni nyina. But at the end of the day, obane na momemu akofi. Must the people see it? So brother it is a trite knowledge. So brother Emmanuel Ibrahim obene na mamemu appoint bisa. But must the people see it? Optics.
Precisely.
More fire.
Na president akoya party. Mu ama cameras nyina nkoda baabi. Ni atwa ne renam. Yenim say president obaji wani. But for the good of the people, the optics.
More fire.
Tina na kufa ne hoyam ngoma santa nyama oye. Yetimi de be 100 cars. What is that? Every car of the president when he's moving, national security is supposed to take details of the car before he moves.
Precisely.
Concert here. Official capacity of Ibrahim Mahama. And we have the state. Yakase state ya kofinya agudi yo. Yakase state here. Enya agudi. Yakase constitutional governance. Government enya agudi yo. So we cannot even envelop the state from family. We cannot draw the line between the state and the people. We cannot draw the line between state and friends.
More fire.
So the work of the state. Armed forces, also mobile president. The Air Force is supposed to be driving the president. And Ibrahim Mahama ni piana so anyway we any reset no and they've treated as if say any issue why we reduce governance to its barest minimum. The kind of governance we reduce to
more fire.
we ne research no
more fire
maka mu pa muntie mu pa ma muntie ehun say na omo di me video bi ana me bro e kenofori atane kufu adu bia no omo ndc fo ne hye na ti mo adwene ye adwumani e di se mo hye dia na che se kufu adu kura ma mfa nche no na dwama wa na me de che no mo abobo adam wana munya abotre we ye season 1 episode 7 into episode 7 kura na mo hopui hey adai
omunya abotre
show emu se anya papa show ne nye so mu betete otitidi ese edu sai 9.2 4 mo de munko why na mo bebu no Ibrahim mama you don't have any business driving your brother. You don't have any business in Tuabama. Who yes can you attend on your sister? You saw your day, I'll be the anymore. Over control by no. But let it not be in our faces. We don't care.
More fire.
Let us have our peace. Unshia diakakra. To wadiana woyeno. Does it sit well in any proper governance structure?
More fire.
Say President of the Republic economy and the brother and a driver. Are you people working? What is that? We reduce our governance to the lowest.
More fire.
And nobody sees anything wrong with it. Because it's been done by Ibrahim. So if you wanted to come and continue what the Kufuado did, what was there the need for you us to sack them? The same thing. The justification is that the Kufuado by where you maybe for that matter you guys are going to do exactly the same. What was the need for us to sack them then?
More fire. Fire them.
What kind of come on, you guys should stop it. Ibrahim Mama was kind of here, dear baby.
Not driver for Nasa.
Driver for us. President were no less than 3 chauffeurs.
More fire.
So the practice has been that ordinarily, president private driver is not supposed to be driving him.
Precisely.
But from Aya Tamils, what they do is that they enroll Omuankasa private drivers into the service. So if you think Ibrahim Mama is the one supposed to be driving you, let us know. Enroll him onto the service as your chauffeur.
Precisely.
Then we can have official record saying that Ibrahim Mama is the new chauffeur of the president.
More fire.
Ibra chauffeur. And also dear na ya ye say. Edin tutu. Ibra chauffeur.
So Ibra
chauffeur.
O de re.
ne kama
mu no as driver. Ibra chauffeur. Yeah. Oh my serious issues. No I na trip Ibra chauffeur say. Ibra chauffeur. Ibrahim Ahmedino no.
Ibrahim driver.
Ibrahim driver. Also the no man. Is on.
So
ko ne ma brabu. Edu. Oye. Ni sika oye nyina ompe. O president driver. Ti Ibra chauffeur. And Ibrahim driver.
More fire.
Oh, mama me ni mo from asam go vi mo woni je no mo from asam ko we am mo di show is why we before some to aso no ghanarecords.com mo ko honko ready but ma me nko achimobu akwa ye oche hina himfi na me nka asam nchire oche hina kakra me ro adaw mama ajo yes oche hina set task force bi wo eye chibi they are terrorizing people. Mira say wonya aware me dey ba wanim watie people like you task force no omo terrorizing crofo na yesi afro bi akwa abusua bi akwa family omo dan e wo keche bi omo free 17 why no ma wo ade no a kofi na akohwe mramu a ye wo bibi a wokọ act 1036 na act 1036 in the Land Act of Ghana section 2 no e kire the titles that a person can hold in our land allodia title factual common law freehold deben brofo ni nyina ne se wotu emi na afie gya ewom so ogya asase free bomfa hene wo ana wogi free agona hene wo na nso so ya abusuani ana wo ya part of the stool ne nko ade ono nso wo title se wotimi didi asase ne so e transfer ma ne ma transfer obi ane wo betimi a stop no unless you abandon asase no ansa no hene ne nsa timi aka na ya abandon ne dia enya krata nko na mu obi ye owner of asase by war, by conquest, by gift, by everything. There are several things that wo ho minim ni nyina na mom ni yase akwa family wo mo asase wo ho wo mo dan no mo dia mo obi se ene mo ntena mu kakra from last year April and was ye nye rent na ye pese ye renovation timuntu enim wo no nso mo dia ma eye enkrofo mo de mo kiosk asisi wo ye ni ade ni ase abranche ba ko bi wo de Alexander Minta na wo ye o chihini photographer ono nso wo bi wa anim ho a afa won to so wontu no adonten hina ayi abonten don hina wo ho se wo mane mane ntu eje ne sa de a wo ye ni ade an wo gina abonten don hina no so tumi e ma abonten don hina ne se asase no kura ye wo no ayi friends ayi aban dia na aban dia abonten don hina no wo ya assembly member wo ya assembly wo DC aban dia ma aban no wo me fight e dia ba no
More fire.
Ave ye so obi didi emoforiata Daniel emoforiata no akotwero krata na me frɛ no so oto ne badin etu oto ne badin wi obegete ba na bom no wani ye se ye bia ni am oche hene hu se di emoforiata so atwero mo krata ase wo momra mehia the allocation committee of debe ema 87 years mrewane nkokora 89 years mrewane nkokora wo mo abo mo brate o mbia ni ye tete o debe no debe na mo ye ne sa Ediabeno. Yali tumi mamu ahemfo ediabeno. Ama na abrwane frɛ me kyese ne say ya invite ne say womra location ye ekojojo no ediabeno no munya asane ma no ahemfo mo na moye ma ne ma ye bibi kabisi bibi basa afa ebu o ma hini no mira che ne say wunya nte ya na moti oful pen wunya nte ya dia wo nkrofo ne yeni tifa na asi wo na wo ya do si wo so nioma se ya ne so mo ye ne che bi wa se wo mo nam kra na AK47 ne ade hye ade ba no gobi eti mesre Musa task force no ya tese mo hwe o che hene sase so ya so ye kura na concession side wo mo akasa kogibi no mutu ni ya terrorize nkrofo munya sa ne ma no ye be shara de ni amesi wo munyai sa nioma no nioma se ya na moye ye kufado ho ye hin wo ho a ye ba ye lusu vote lusu munyai ade ba no obi we no ye prelims and am say DM for riata ye so be frame ni nti wo to ne bedin dia me di we be twere ha na mu ye be sheda go into details precisely ani ade akire ehunahuna anim hwenim na yesma kan nti mu ko hunahuna ma me mu hunahuna no ye betemoto ye ma wiase ahu what you guys are doing
more fire.
Fire bend them. Oh. You are changing free. Where you are no free. Obi. Your next topic here, JJ Rollins. So more ye June 4th revolution. Ombe celebrate ya Kobi yet koma 31st December case bi wo your friend MPP versus a year IGP said the 31st December case why ye ni ade no omo so mo be celebrate MPP versus AG omo be celebrate ye 31st December court ne kan ni pain. Say in a democratic governance, we cannot be celebrating this nonsense. And look at 31st, a bloodless coup. After all of a sudden, President Kufuor was it there? A yawum and people under Jesus Christ. The youth of this nation, NDC all of a sudden, NDC wants to pretend as though we are democratic. If you guys knew just some 30 years down the lane, some 40 years down the lane, the things that your fathers and your mothers went through in the hands of JJ, and then go for Kenyan somebody NDC, say a revolution. Yes, celebrated June 4th. Near JJ Rollins, no, I caught now as an actor Rollins. Now, but see, democracy. How does June 4th has a place in a democratic governance? Ask them. Yanyani ajatum. Seku nenye 66 DSC free fane kotuka de nenye. Tiantwentwene. Ana ne celebrate omodie. Yanyina ni ajatum. Said the C79 June 4th ne enye 72. Yato aba amabuzia. Ene adu de Kufuor. Na ayi a champon. What babaji to me from na champon kro bu amamuo papa in 7 to 8 years. Ono kra de celebrate
more fire.
Yeah. Mobile 79. Nipa kuma. Kobi. Nipa lose woman lives. Me see Edru baby. Na fisher folks. Omuso omu konsuo mu a. Omu net no. Echi nipa. Nipa yakumo mu. E wo kase ho. When you na mrantre ni nim. E maba wani nim. Soja fo jeje Rollins kumomo obi obatan ya ne batue nufo no ye judge yesi jeje say time of course oba ayi May 15th ni ade no ye jankrofo wei jeje ave mu nyina si ye nyaka ni asi yo yate ene ye beja aka ye mamra nche ni hu mo tworo curriculum ni history kwa mo yi sa ne o ni nyina fu eti ha wo say wo ko uko school te say jeje komuniba ye yi frame bo a nya meka no asanka anim aha what changing wa afi mun come on ntum nya move on abedru ba bi on ba ye na revolution na June 4th na jeje ba no akogino no apagya ne sa my father was hey mudi June 4th dia ye be kai manfo ni June 4th yawo if sa dia no amoye no me ru akogino yan kaka asem bi instead say speaker no obey uses her opportunity ya also who the daughter of a murderer comment who said it the speaker should have had a great opportunity to speak to the people and say that such comments are not necessary. If we are a nation we've all agreed see ebe move on kobi have a speaker and say me ko hwehwe the daughter of a murderer. It's now you are dividing the nation. Precisely so. So one call had Waka and yet Jebi don't quite trade Tadia. And the daughter of a daughter of a murderer. Why won't it? Is it not true? Said J.J. Rollins was a murderer. Is it not true? National Reconciliation Committee report in the kind of findings they had against J.J. Rollins. And look at Rebecca Sikufuwa by. One no J.J. no say SIB report, Special Investigative Board report to appear in 1988. And no J.J. report no. When you see it, you'll be amazed. The things that JJ did. Killing people left, right, center. Final report of SIB. This is the investigative. When him says I report 20 coffee, almost she a whole your friend say a print house. Almost she no. Because they didn't want this report to come out. We pay moving a frame was Okatakyie Afrifa. Na yamba show. Nyoma ye kwajuti Captain Chikata. Any JJ Rollins ye kuruma. All of a sudden almost yanki anu tu. Mo bi anka wase. Okumuya kumonwa ankasa nu nkro before bebre. Ataba no. And no kodru wa. A military a bondase. Baby omkoku judge ne ni ade no. Na ben omuku house. Na omuko military ni chiremu a. Udu na akwaji waduane na wosen kuragu. On your my jeje so what batten na enyo muko omomodu soprandi was that omochi wa no omoku no omahyew da bia omo echi ayi Cecilia Kwantriado justice Cecilia Kwantriado ene kwabena Japan papa ene ayi ba akoyi ba bia omo hye wo mukovi yes for so many years na homfu no. All of us are there see a rim feet. And some best celebrate June 4th. Obia no be celebrate June 4th for best I pretend it's me and can once. Most celebrating what they become once. You be kai man for their course. In a democratic dispensation. How do we allow this nonsense to fester? President Kufuor by or by year National Reconciliation Committee. And was you dear nyina no. Mumia nyina yanka. The report the National Reconciliation Commission report, volume 1, executive summary. You better read some of the executive summary. No watch it. And Nyoma J.J. Rollins here. More fire. You be able to J.J. no one was Adebuga, Captain Adebuga. One on J.J. Yusu Numa will come probably. And the one no muton. Adebuga no to bet you. More fire. JJ was such a person said, "Oh, come ni pano kura woti mesu mo bi ma ne ko film e bere no atena kase wo no ahwe na ni age Riyadh mo no abaje so and he said we shouldn't talk about it as to whether or not I have a problem with JJ kum ni pano it is me opinion say be say ba say cool now ya enya agudi so you need to kill people to survive either you kill or you are killed because onu JJ ne ya chi na ebeku no but nobody is going to tell us say unti JJ ba won kum ni pa What's Fidel Castro pepe? Time of Fidel Castro, or ye coup first one 1930s movie. Or Janico, a year Argentina, a Mexico. Or Koshia Ernesto Che Guevara. Or Nick Camilo Fusiango. When him saw almost a boane be ye coup said a boachija boa jeje year 79 coup no man. Omko fa a Federal Castro by. Or we will cum Camilo Fusiango, or cum a Ernesto Che Guevara in Bolivia. Yabaka has it. The same strategy na jeje nya 79 wo yusu yi omo ebuan ma ale duji wa mo omo buan ma ne yeku wo bo nyum yi medo mekọ fo na so akodigun so adma ko nya meche o chesi ni out o nyina wo mboa ma jeje be yi o kum bebre ale duji wa mo da o mani omo ba wo chi wo ku o nyina da yesi jeje mi anka e de ba no komodo your friend say papa ya so akobo bosia 50,000 and nay 5 cedi oku no adiaba no bosia wo akobo bosia wo ye military commander no akobo bosia de asidan nyeso wa wi o man ni sika jeje rollins ku no abe yesi me nka wasem yabeka mudi jumfofo yabeka yesi munya adi na munya samu poto jeje rollins wa me yehwe Captain and Krabby father che. Oni jeje rollins ne kwa chimota. Oni jeje rollins ne ko military. These are the remarks of a Captain and Krabby father che. Say when him so no kro bo jeje mani yeku. Oba ye jeje sa in time no. Omo try first one ye che Captain ko ye. Ye see ye try no. E wa bra na lawyer kura ni ho. Mutiny ye can mutiny ye say treason. Military version of a treason. Wo ye ni ade no say ne me lawyer wo say o da bi lawyer ni wo cry ye bua no in the share detention. Jeje rollins ba ya so penance mo sa ko yi no obeboa ne kakrama ne ye 1 2 3 wie ye. E wa no say wo yi ni free so. E de ko share detention for 6 months. Ono anadam for. Ono ko achimota. And mo se mi yanka. Ebeka. Captain and Krabby father teneka. Ne no asem. Ade be no. Ya tu kromo asi. Asojafo abua jeje bebre wo ku wo nyina da. Wo ku wo nyina da. All of a sudden, JJ is a hero, the unsung hero. Yen can wasem. Yen can JJ wasem. General Utukamo. I don't know ye. General Cote, don't know ye. Omian can kure. Okumia Namiano, not necessary. Near celebrity JJ. JJ kum not military commanders. Bebre. When him some no ka say almost said that kum eye general court ene ayi sa papa yon friends joya medome almost said that kum notness just because they wanted to balance the act say enya asante fon kwa ne ekuno obu ho there was no crime against him but yes dem kum bi ne nga say enya asante fon kwa ne ekuno enya kan fon kwa ne ekuno Omi adwen nkwa didi wate mo celebrity June 4 for ebeka ho asem mo celebrity ebeka ho asem obi me no ka say mo musa jeje rollins abusuafo se o mo nimu a na na do rollins what aso ti ase mo musa no Emma no secretary bia na eso wo ho na wo sori anopa na kase ho Saturday what type Captain Krabby father teneka all type the tintin afi obe nwan say Saturday anopa na Lord wo kotewa ko hwe ade no a yesi jeje rollins ni moja ye no ho aje so wo chante o cortex so wo mo di wo ba no achi ko ni fie ko ye de o me ade ba no no fire fuma sam so ho ya so kwa didi opese ejai we ni kira munyanse hunu ni di
more fire
yanko fire bend them yanko ni yanko hwe NRC report page 30 of the National Reconciliation Committee report ni yan hwe de omo kafa jeje ho obi jeje kum ya mo no ankasa ni kurumfo ayi Fridays fetish priest okumiensa fetish priest mensa ba ko ni din de togbe akaku ahiaku togbe akaku with the report of the NRC and ekura me na you read the report no point 5741 or say the famous fetish priests from Volta region were abducted and murdered in apparently mysterious circumstances in the early part of 1982. Prior to the carbon copy abduction murder and burning of the remains of the 3 High Court judges and the retired army officer on 30th June 1982. In each case, the charred remains of the victim were found in the bushes a day or 2 after the abduction. It is the way can I say. In a year, J.J. Rollins was a fetish priest to be a year voter. Now, only Momo Bonnet, Mackay Bonnet natural. Or what you want me and send you a kumomo. Or my hinne, or my hinimwa. I dare save your mind and say, no, my hinne bushini, Eka revolution. And one who say, no, and who come brimuno. I never know. What's a me and Kai? Yabakai,
Sapepepe.
J.J. Rollins ye. And Omoka said the carbon copy style of the way Omudi Kun judges. Sape pen womu ye ya, Omudi Kun, sa a fetish priest me and say. Nayan fetish priest or Muya. Bakude the Togbe Akapo Ahiaku. Fetish priest and transport owner, popularly known as Yaya Boy, of Atijive in the Okatakyie district. His crime was that he was suspected to be plotting with others to use juju or fetish to kill the chairman of the NDC. PNDC. And in the crime, you say almost suspected say what did you be cool? A J.J. Rollins and your coaching now you cool on your share no more fire. Dear Benno, of Master saw Yamunia. Eh? One movie, Yano, Yon Quanum Kuno, Togbe, fetish priest of Ayachiame. Eh? On the 24th of February 1982, by the same Medros gang, the modus operandi was the same, and his body was burnt. Most me can watch him because a J.J. Rollins. Mumba say can watch him the Munya revolution. What did you ever catch a man for them? Eh? It's a moment the PNDC. Yeah, no more transmographer moho. A pina free ho. A DNDC number. And internet the national security coordinator to wa. Ovi? Yes, was say make Akakyie. Mako kaswa ya jomama boy. It as much as he can. Or bet chile me wear power lies. National security coordinator. Mami hear any mukasem chile. Me suro when no. Na me suro wu. Me suro. Na me draw sa akwana sem so ade. O kan ye ma akwana betra wo say. Me no mu nsuo enu me minimum. The Amokaye, Mati. The car no one some Amokai. Muslim Bessis make car. Momessi, Namongo. Sabai when the car, mammy, but come Betty. And as a car, you will be a real Canadian, and will be a real Namasakai. It's a Bakoni Pano. More fire for fire. I some of my fear, mamma, some of my watching. So be a real car, no Meme Sakai, dear. Mimi we are Kanwa, and will be a real Namasakai. Obia Renobia, Ronimu. I'm telling you. Samson Daniel Kwao Togbe Kwaku Akwe was arrested 26 February 1982 and taken to the residency Ho extensively to meet Dr. Fiagbe, the regional secretary. He went there, but before that, when he said, yes, Papa, we are to Fiagbe, Dr. Fiagbe, Komu Kumai Heneno. Now, young Kony Kohadia. Osha a year. 0.5749. Was it the first port of call of the hired gang of killers on each occasion was the residence of Dr. Fiagbe, the regional secretary and representative of the PNDC in the Volta region. Indeed, Dr. Fiagbe admitted that he met them, knowing the sort of person they were dealing with. The murderers showed Dr. Fiagbe little respect. They told him their mission. Powerless, he telephoned Flight Jerry John Rollins to find out if the swaggering band of killers had his authority. Tienye, Ono Dr. Fiagbe no. Time wa nkrofo jeje asoma muso munkuku no. Eba ye no. O Fred J.J. Rollins say, "San nkrofo wo authority ana." Yenti. Flight Rollins, Lieutenant Rollins told him not to interfere. Thierry Wakayo, J.J. Rollins. Now a regional commander of the PNDC. No one friend say, Uncophobia Baha more Koyan your man, Eko Kumni Paniade. Do they have the authority? Was it J.J. Rollins catch and say he shouldn't interfere? Now you heard the report to the kind. Dr. Fiagbe then left them to carry on with their murderous intent. Where the report? We was from the evidence abducted, adduced before us, we are satisfied that these murders were carried out on the orders of the chairman of the PNDC. Where a report, NRC report. or see this or more findings, and JJ Rollins was there. Yankaya de Bako. The only person Dr. Fiagbe was able to save was his uncle, Togbe Adalaja, paramount chief of Anlo, who had also been abducted and brought to Dr. Fiagbe's official residence. He was accused of being in league with the fetish priest. It was fetish priest 3 new year. And Omuko Togbe Adalaja, paramount chief of Anlo. So move kunaka ho. Omede ba Dr. Fiagbe ho no. But for the pleas of Dr. Fiagbe, the gang would have dealt with him in the same short, sharp and cruel manner. Instead, they gave him a severe beatings. Now the report goes on to say, the commission finds it surprising and extraordinary that a paramount chief should be subjected to such humiliation by these young men. JJ Rollins in a paramount chief of Anglo. Boy, see to me, Puno, Nani Bromuye, and so Omuye, no, and there were on Mamma Candy. Mamma Candy. What's it? All of a sudden, must be Yankai, JJ, Yankai, Rakai, Niama JJ. Omi asun kwa didi o. Obi. Omi asun kwa didi. Amatekwe. Wo be wo. JJ Rollins wanted Amatekwe to exonerate them. Eti Amatekwe, JJ Rollins said that we giving it up, we thrown under the bus. Wa kwa na omo say, omo the report, a recorder. Ekwa say Amatekwe enkase wono na years a crimes ni ade no on his own. Amatekwe is one can no we no can cry. And can report on the capture no ha. The meaning of a year ni nyina wa ha. JJ Rollins said no artist Amatekwe is one kasa no. What Dimrika J recorder no at the best no call fan call shooting range. And on one course so cancer or Amatekwe and carry. More fire. Monsieur JJ Rollins me and kai. Dia na me and kai. Teach them. Dia na me and kai. Teach them. And Aluminium Mugabe say, we should stop talking about national security coordinator and we'll be Bob Redrus and Kanwa say, who Mugabe? She says, we Steve one day said, you was Steve one was first. Mugabe who could for the Bob Redru baby or drill. And then now can't Mamuka can say, Munya Botre and can focus on some one trishy. We are season 1, episode 7. We know baby. 4 years is a long season. Why? Baby a month for any. We will let the people know the truth. Then they will decide what they want to do. Gobi? Enti jeje du okumunipa. Hey! Okumunipa baba. Yanko ni yanko hwe SIB report. Yaka SIB a. Tama jeje kun we judges no. There was a special investigation board where you're setting it up. So we investigated the kidnapping and killing of a specified persons. And when you report in the habit. So I report we. When we saw what some about to I we krame. We intimacy. We kura. National security dem bia betimi aye. Mirror Osman dey ope bia betimi aye. Enya abotre na national security e be kan adwa kire wo. Enya say bia national security tie kan adwa kire. Kwase ane abo ne enka. Na ye be putu we jab wonan mu nya abotre na enko ho. Nya abotre. Why? Emfa emotions ma wo. Na we nya revolution wo. We ma tworo krata koma all the embassies. Said the mo be ye nie. Why? International relations. I will trigger all the protocols because minimum beku. Abotre. Report no oko paragraph 21 to paragraph 29. The kind of things in the report you'll be shocked. The Captain Kojochi Katamoye. We under JJ now 1988. So report we on one under JJ. It when yes will be MPP for the okay report no say in spite of the evidence that the chairman of the PNDC Flight Lieutenant Rollins was a close associate of Captain Amedeka. And again in spite of the clear evidence that the Fiat Companola Egypt judges which was used in kidnapping was collected from the house of Mrs. Ajima Rollins. There was no evidence from the inference can be drawn. There was no evidence, but from the inference it can be drawn that the chairman and his wife had full knowledge of the kidnapping and the murders. We under JJ Rollins. SIB report. Onwa is you been under JJ Rollins. More fire. Kano ye koku ye de ko chi nkrofo no koku mu ba Amedeka mo no amete ko emu no JJ Rollins ayi so ni nana kwando adwuma Rollins ni fie table ana na keys ni na ka ni siwo and we say report no say from the inference we can come to the conclusion that the chairman of the PNDC and the wife was in the known, had foreknowledge. You can't foreknowledge, that means they know nim and son of medicine in it. I kidnapping the cost of them. I be Muslim Yankian. When you answer Muno, what kind of report now? Dear Captain Kojochikata, most of the murders were on the orders of Captain Kojochikata. Precisely. Abi yasemianka jeje mentor no poni ekoso nyina momi aso kwa didi o MPP no na agimie ne yetenase a yetimi hwe niema na NDC for tag ye ne tag ye ne akia no yakeka nche ani coach ye fa mu nsem hunu ne mu coach sem na nfi wa ho okokora ne nyina mkopa mintra ni afa ya nchichire party ne fo fire party radicals bebem party radicals with knowledge so kofo e kan e be kan bia kire omo ye memasem e be bia kire that is the kind of party we want bia ambasi e be memasem de nyina fa ngwoni nchichire man period ya so nkwa didi de be na momi aso nkwa didi amo ha ya adwensa obi no kura na ha ne wo manfo no ka bi wo mo ka bi abosai 10 unsi yesu ndi ana nche yentimi me kwan afo hours na de oni yire
19
abosai 19 nji yenu ba bia cha ma me Ozo go bi wo enioma abeka ya na ayu contem because kwasia aboanim nti onche it means onche
5 hours ni mu 3 hours ye kwasia ne abo
sa
that be ntimi nyesa
go bi ye wi side report ye be to Facebook
more fire
na show no na yenya nwie show no kura no 5,300 likes, 2,000 shares, 92,900 views, 10,000 plus comment. Yakoto.
More fire.
Timusu ngoto biwa. Ebeton biyama.
More fire.
Why Omi yankano krenchire yo gobi. Yankano krewu. JJ Rollins was a murderer today. He was a murderer tomorrow. He was a murderer in the next years to come.
More fire.
Nobody will be allowed to whitewash. You speaker, when your opportunity, unite the nation. Tell them, say where you traitor near the who here, where you murderer near the who here. Of Master Monsho. Huh? What John Taino? Akwara ka kire nso okun ni papa mommy aso nkwa did you hey nkofo yaw hyenkrofo mo gobi the kind of things that when people talk about JJ twama twemu ma wo kromu a
more fire
ada say yes e ma ne holding nioma ba fodi udi ode ne sai ka to no ofi aso mo kofodua na mo ma report no se wa kofodua oyeden Matescu oyi no twa ne ma what did roll from JJ Rollins?
More fire.
After Muslim can we mamma and tell my bawa. Some person ever can dia revolution, munya celebrity. We are in a democratic dispensation.
More fire.
Anything that reminds the people of a painful past, we must throw it somewhere.
Exactly. So,
other than that, we will continue to let the people know.
More fire.
What could you pin for the NDC? All of that has a munya. What people know. Not necessarily mukumo mo nya asem ketwa yeje wie ya not necessarily mpe na asem no share that day a free holiday for hajj hwan by sa na da ya she da kumo mpapa mo asem so yanwe ho me na meka me say obi anwane nko ba bia yamba plan ni nyina so nya mete e bi se nipa no nim se me ya de papa national security coordinator Osman married indiscriminately, and this is a person who was there with JJ Rollins the course nyina o ya we adebuga one of Buama JJ Yeku. He literally did all the coup for JJ Rollins. Oba o chasing out. Adebuga o chasing mo mo oni adma kunya mecha mu kotena eye Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire san walk abrochiri. And walk no. They were buried indiscriminately. Yes, his own mouth. Kobi. Enipa what's in our core reconciliation committee. And someone who can now branch and I know Obisano. Say it was cross examination time. Now we're impugning BB on a debuga. Say debuga kumunipa. Because it's a kumunipa. It was sanctioned by your boss, Flight Lieutenant Rollins. Now say Riyadh nan walk or you know. Or no na ne ko eko video nkrofo de bama jeje hwe. Nkrofo ye ku omo. Wo hwe wi an nani age. No asere. Mo si yan kai se je ye be kai. On get out.
More fire. More fire.
Ya mo dwene nyina menim. Obi say you guys don't understand what dictatorship is. No, when it comes to me, me say, as to whether I have a problem with what he did. Nemo yanko busa JJ Rollins say, even innocent people who had nothing to do with the revolution, he killed them.
More fire.
So, me who entire revolution ya, o ma ye ku omo, yes, so we are threatened by any person. What do I say? Me understand the power dynamics. Power is not a small game. But say innocent people are no when you're threatened by them. Who ku omo a, we are normal. Most you celebrate JJ, we a hero. Now, much me can say we should celebrate JJ because he gave us a year freedom. Nonsense to the highest degree. Nonsense to the highest degree. So it's like what you want. Now, Obiabe for freedom. You can say fundamental human right. These are human rights that are not given. You have to enjoy it. Right to life, right to this, right to that. Fundamental. Not JJ Rollins, but no freedom of movement. Obesizi, or no necessity freedom. Or we are was me CZ biwa. No more bargain so. Hey JJ, am I freedom? My Jimmy. Jimmy. No, this man just say, "You are too a bad liman." Obisman so make kuno metro. It was season of freedom new year, no. And was say you kakreb mamo. And money J. Say JJ amamu freedom. Amamu freedom say. You people will be uncomfortable, but we don't care.
More fire.
So,
more fire.
Yami ye JJ anya na busu afọ fam court. The mamu may you coward in your mabia. Go to court.
More fire.
Obi, you be kind of cray. We tell the children the truth. Now, young could hear JJ Rollins and one. Kwaku Sachiado before so be woo. Kwaku Sachiado koye ni interview. Daniel, yes, I'll be doing ready, mammy. On one and no mutual king, JJ Rollins say. Even General Free for Kono. He did not kill or can't be. He was being provocative. He was being provocative. Since when did somebody being provocative became a crime?
ask them.
More fire. More fire.
Since when?